Hey guys, what's going on? Yes, this is another Seattle Soca Live on a Friday. Coming to you all the way from Seattle. Yes, we're in the sound, guys. We're in the sound, yes. And today we have Blaxx, big singer, big singer, big soca singer, artist, and songwriter from Trinidad and Tobago, and he will be on the show today, and it's going to be great. Also have Rochelle Cheds, and she's going to be on the show today doing her thing, and I'm going to be, as usual, playing their tunes on Spotify, and so bigging up the artists, making sure that they get their streams and everything, and talking to them so you could learn a little bit about their journey and how the soca industry or Trinidad and Tobago and Caribbean music is doing from their perspective, right? So you always get some cool insight on their lives, and you get a little preview of the tracks that you could go and listen to later on Spotify or Apple, whatever platform you consume your music from, you know what I mean? Yes, so as usual, I have my little intro, and it's usually I started with a quote, and today's quote is by Marcus Garvey. The ends you serve that are selfish will take you no further than yourself, but the ends you serve that help many people will take you much further. Marcus Garvey. Alright? So keep that one in mind. That's a nice quote from Marcus Garvey. And make sure that, what you're doing is good and it's doing great for many, right? Outside of what you have to do that's necessary to take care of you or take care of you and your family, right? Yeah, man. So I'm going to just drop some tunes in the meantime, some Blaxx tunes, until he pops up, and we're going to jump into that interview as soon as I see him come on, right? You don't grudge people for them things. What Blaxx tell them now? You don't know, we know. We know what you're doing. But it's okay. On the borderline. We can see right through it, yes.
Enemies on the borderline. Enemies from the borderline.
Can we tell them again? Yes.
We don't want to friends from them.
Remove yourself from Blaxx.
I never bad mind nobody yet. I never fight on nobody now. I never try to stop nobody breath. That is nothing I need. No. I never see people with them things and stress in my head. Especially when they work hard for it. But there are some people who soon fair to remember. Once you could wine, you could enter. And if you can't wine, to step with a partner. The spirit of freedom take over. So when I hear the music surrender, just have to walk in the center. Now what you got was something to sing to, something to swing to. Hey, man, baby, hey. If you're feeling like a bite of chili, only vibes I bring in. I wanna rock and sway like Congolese, so I come in with my hands I'm swinging. Only vibes I bring in. Well, Jean and Dinah come off the corner, boy. This is a fair to remember, boy. Once you could wine, you could enter, boy. And if you can't wine, to step with a partner, boy. The spirit of freedom take over, boy. So when you hear the music surrender, just have to walk in the center. That day is good company. That today is good company. And your day is good company. Raise your hand in the air and say, Lord, I'm feeling nice. Just live and feel like just live and say, on your bellies. Yeah, Blaxx and Ricardo. That day is good company. That today is good company. And your team is good company. Raise your hand in the air and say, Lord, I'm feeling nice. Just live and feel like just live. I'm there with my day one them and we don't know it all. Can't put a price on this. It's too much price on this. I'm there with my day one them and we afraid. Take away on somebody. Wine on somebody. Wine on somebody. Right now we gonna take a little break, make a little love, leave a little wine, have a little fun. Oh Lord, that is company. Raise your hand in the air and start to sing. Lord, I'm feeling nice. Just live, this is the life. Just live. I'm there with my day one them and we not going home. Can't put a price on this. It's too much price on this. I'm there with my day one them and we afraid. Take a little joke with good company. Take a little wine with good company. Take a little lime with good company. Everybody, take a little bump with good company. Good company. Take a little drink with good company. Good money girl by this company. Bring your crew and come online with me. Take that cricket by like family. Start to wine, push back on somebody. All night till the chase are done. We'll turn the lights and hold us around. I pump all night till morning come. I live with me day one. Lord, I'm feeling nice. Just live, this is the life. Just live. I'm here with my day one them and we not going home. Can't put a price on this. It's too much price on this. I'm here with my day one them and we afraid. How are you give them now, give them now, give them. Can't tell a bit. Give them now, give them now, give them. When the thing complete, give them now, give them now, give them. Call your better be. Give them now, give them now, give them. Watch out, we think complete. Move up now, we made. We come here to match up the pace. It's fun man, that we chop everything and we do everything. On up in there, we carry on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I am.
Yes, man. It's a real blessing to have you on there, brother.
Nice man, good man.
Yes, yes.
I home just relaxing.
which, well, I don't want you to sell out your location, but which area are you in? North, south, east, west?
I'm on the east side.
On the east side. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, well, hey man, I just gotta say thank you so much, for joining. I think that you're like in the top 10 of the soca artists right now in Trinidad. I feel,
Well, thank you very much, thank you very much.
you
I
know,
appreciate that. I appreciate that love. Top
yeah, man.
10. I will hide
10,
there, boy.
top 10, top 10. I mean, you've been doing it since you know
Very long.
2008. I feel like you had one of your biggest tunes from 2008.
Well, I've been doing it longer than that. I think I
Okay,
and I were just two of the older guys on front stage right now in the industry.
okay, okay.
I've been doing it from since I'm 17 years. I've sing
Wow,
with several bands. I've sing with Byron Lee and the Dragonaires, Atlantic, Blue Ventures, Succession Brass,
you
OC
know
Blackman, Upstream.
that is why your voice is so it's so ready, right? Because you've been doing it. So
Well, boy,
you have to step out in front.
boy, I was born to do this because my father was a musician, and my mom used to sing in my father band.
Oh, okay, okay.
So from little boy, from birth, our living room was the rehearsal room.
Nice, nice,
So
nice.
from little boy, I involved in it. All my brothers could sing. What makes me different and stand out, not out, but away from the rest is that I am considered an entertainer in my country, not just a soca artist.
Exactly, because I see you have the ability to put on a show, that goes across different genres. I've seen that. So
Yes,
that makes you very marketable.
yeah, I could sing rock, funk, pop, chutney, reggae, dancehall, soca. But soca is my main thing, that is what I live by.
Yeah,
But I could go across the board and sing a ballad to you. And so I always employed by corporate a lot when it comes to the Christmas and
right.
fall years, slow songs and stuff. So
That's awesome, man. That's good to know, because a lot of guys could go starving in the industry pretty quickly, if they don't have, that sort of diversity, right, to be able to, do different things. But yet, you in particular, you maintain, the original feel and rhythm of soca music,
yeah,
that.
I'm from the old school, you see. Right. So what really keep me relevant in the new school is the teachings of the old school.
Right, right,
I
right,
was one of the
right.
fortunate one to get the teaching. Now the young ones don't have much teachers. But
Yes,
I
yes.
was fortunate to have Mr. Roy Cape singing
Big, big,
Sandra.
big, big.
Yeah, I'm Black Stalin. All these guys are my mentor, my school. I get clout, I get tap, I get curl, I get cuss out. So
Yeah.
what have me now relevant as an older guy in the new modern market is because of the old school teaching.
Wow, wow.
Mhm.
I still don't feel like you get as much love, you know, on the charts or, like just you know what I mean? Like giving Jackie jacket kind of thing, you know what I mean? I feel like,
Everybody says that, my bro. Everybody says that, but that don't deter me from what I have to do.
right, right, right. Well, look at messing up.
Sorry about that, I call. Um, that don't deter me from what I have to do.
Right.
I believe as an artist myself, I have a responsibility to my listening audience,
Yes.
which I take very, very seriously. Um, a lot of people, oh, Blaxx the Robin, so come on. That don't phase me. What that does for me every year is increase my fan base.
Right. And you come back again and hit them another one. Another
Oh Lord, that call.
Who is this Jumbie trying to?
You know? So that's basically it. You know, every year I having a problem. I'm not hearing you.
You can't. Could you hear me now?
I hear you, but very soft.
Very soft. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna try to bring you closer to me. Bring you closer to me. Why it have to be jacking up? How about now? You can hear me close. You can hear me better now. Okay, mess up, man. Yes, people. Trying to talk to Blaxx here, but of course we in Jumbie, right? People calling him man and all kind of thing. So let's see if I could add him back. All right, back in it here. You hear me better now?
Yeah, much better.
Nice, nice, nice. I says, like you have to. So one of the first things I wanted to ask you, in the beginning, before you say "ban your belly," it is talking patois, and that just remind me of my family growing up. My grandfather and my great aunts and stuff. But I don't know what it is because they never used to tell us what it is. What does that mean?
Same thing with me, bro. It so happened that my mom died a couple years ago. So I just feel compelled to put in some of my mom arguments she used to have.
Right,
She,
right.
she never used to tell us what it means, but from them she get vexed.
Yeah.
She go,
She said torn, eh?
yeah, so thing like I'm baby, oh, kwaki wet mama kaila bois tout moun bagay foin. You know that
Yeah,
kind of way. So
yeah,
we was doing a song and we was getting problems. Was getting problems like ball, I'm baby, oh, kwaki wet and my partner boy, what? Would you say? Will you get
right.
that? What I mean? I said, well, I don't know what it means, but my mom used to always say we putting in that. I said, well, how we go put in that? We had to explain to the people. She said,
Right.
don't worry. We go find out. We go find somebody. So that is from the old school again. My mom, always talking patois.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'm gonna play it for my mom and I'll find out and I'll tell you what it is because
I
my
hope
mom
it,
still speaks
I hope it's
patois.
not dirty words because my mouth wasn't easy.
I know fue is a cuss word, eh? I know fue is a cuss
Okay. Well, for inside it.
word. Oh gosh. Well, from breathless to girl owner, right? What can you say that you have learned from that time to that from breathless in the industry to girl owner?
Well, I've had a lot of very popular songs between Breakfast and Galuna.
Hmm.
I had Lego.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
One it was just playing there. We bring the fire when we come down. I've had a lot of songs um between that period. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've had a lot of songs between that period. I have over 5,085 recorded songs.
Wow.
So yeah, I have a lot of songs, a lot of songs.
Wow.
What I try to do is not really a learning process. I try to flip my game every year.
Okay.
So from Breathless to Galona to Cambule to Hulk, all these songs are different. You could never hear the same thing or anything close to the same thing like last year.
Right.
So every year I try to flip my songs. Because remember too, out of all in this generation, I have to make sure and be relevant. So you can't keep too much of the things you have to change. You have to explore. You
If
have
you
to
never
find, yeah, you have to
if you
find
never
things
you ever
that,
come out with a zest, you know what?
oh no, well, I wouldn't be, but still compliment the Zest movement for moving so hard and getting so much love. It's
Right,
all
right.
Trinidad, is all Trinidad, is all Caribbean.
It's
So
all Trinidad music.
as we touch on that, let me big them up one time, big up all them brothers, Plumpy and Swani and everybody else who have been doing the thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, but I try every year to flip my music. This year, I just doing 5 songs. Every year I do 12, 14 songs, you know. This year, because of the COVID
Yeah,
and the restriction, and we don't know the direction Carnival will go in up to now. They
right,
say yes, but we don't know if, we'll have a second wave of the COVID to shut down again, you know.
right, right, right.
So I'm just doing 5 songs. And again, I've flipped the music again.
Flip it on them again.
I'm yeah, I'm really, really fortunate in the sense of having a really good management team and a real good support team. Because I'm not just a solo singer, I'm also a band singer,
Yes.
right? Mr. Roy Cape, that is the founder of Roy Cape All Stars.
Oh yes, I know Roy Kid. Roy.
Right. That is the daddy, that is the general, that is the teacher, that is the everything, you know. Well, he have resigned
Okay.
4 years now, and the band is now owned by the members of the band. So I spearhead the band. So the band is now Blaxx and the All Stars.
Blaxx and the All Stars. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Wow. You see, I feel like things like that, we definitely need to see that on the front of the newspapers in Trinidad. You know what I mean? Because that is huge. You know, that he's an icon in the music. You know?
Well, I think they ask, but I deny because I'm
Okay,
really
okay.
not too much of putting too much of personal business on social media.
Right, right, right,
You
right,
know,
right.
I believe social media for me is for my music and the marketing of my music and just music overall. So a lot of personal things like the integral things with the band, I would not allow that to be on
Right, right, right.
social media. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's no
You're
fault
gonna
of
come out
nobody. Yeah,
and people are gonna enjoy it and they wouldn't even really, skip a beat and
yeah, yeah.
keep it going. I
Keep
understand
it
that.
going.
Keep the energy going.
Yeah, people didn't even know of the movement between the members when Mr. Roy Cape left. They just didn't see him.
Right.
And when they asked, we gave an explanation. They resigned, and now the band is run under a different management. And because we beefed up a lot of things, we changed a lot of things. You know, the old school papi. You know, his focus was make sure the music correct,
Right.
right? So we have that embedded in us.
Nice.
So now we're making sure the music correct, but there is website and Instagram and a lot of things to do that was not well. We have it going now because 3 years going on 4 years that he leave, but a
Okay.
lot of things needed to introduce to propel the band to where it was. It wasn't there. So as he left, we take a
Jump on.
whole 90 degrees turn and get things working.
Very good. Very good. So, can you guys perform in the States, or have you performed in Miami and or Atlanta or any of these places?
My young man, I am on my 13th passport.
That explains it all right there.
I have performed throughout the world. At that time, it was kind of tough to perform in Miami, especially when I had Hulk, because some people
Okay.
didn't recognize Hulk as a party song, which,
Unfortunately.
which basically they were more or less right because Hulk was a gospel song that I take and we took and fix it,
Right.
to send a message, you know. So at that time, it had the down period where men telling the boy we were split in the middle, boy. We were cut back. People will hear them kind of lyrics, you know. Well, it manifests itself wrong because Hulk have crossed over 10 million views.
Yeah, it's a huge tune. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, it's a huge tune. So you'll find like I was in Miami last year.
okay.
I did one show, but you find that we cut down the amount of traveling in regards to me since the band has become Blaxx and the All Stars. So we more look at traveling with the band.
That's it. That's
And
always.
you know that is a costly thing because
Yeah.
our band is 13 members. You have to room everybody, you know. So a lot of the traveling between the last 4 years, the band hasn't done much. More myself,
Right.
you know. But last year before, we took a stand. Look, if I'm going out, you know, sometimes you used to catch me running on stage with Nadia, Kes the band, um,
Look, it's Drew.
um, huh?
Drew just show up there. Big up yourself, Drew.
Ricardo,
Yeah, Ricardo Drew.
that's my boy. With Kesty Band, I used to run on Ravi B and Karma, but it kind of didn't swing well because people want to know why you singing with this band, and you have your band, and your band is a prolific band, you know.
Exactly.
So we make a conscious effort that all black shows now will be with his band.
I like that because as a promoter myself, when every time I've worked in concert with someone else, right, to bring up an artist, especially Jamaican artists, being that we're on the West Coast,
Mhm.
they always say, "I'm not coming without my band." Right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing they want is to come with their band because
Mhm.
the band is bigger than a track date.
Yeah, and the artists get to perform on a higher level with the band. With the track is something more monotonous. You know,
Exactly.
there's no space, there's everything just down the road. With the band you could stop, you could slow down, you could wheel, you could be yourself. And
Right.
I with a band is a very deadly artist.
Well, after the COVID, hopefully we can see that in Seattle. That's what we're doing with Seattle Soca, right? Making Soca aware to the people in Seattle, Washington area because it's not as big as the Miami and the Atlanta and these places. So
Yeah.
so
But
you know an issue.
I have had some nice days in Washington, man. I
Really?
have had some what?
DC or state? Because I'm in state.
DC proper.
Okay, I'm in state. I'm in state. We in state.
Oh,
Washington State. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. I've had some nice days. You find in the earlier time when I now joined the band, we used to be on those areas a lot, DC and stuff. But things have changed a lot, you know.
Yes,
But
yes, yes.
yeah,
Well, hopefully we get to see you in Washington State with the band,
yeah,
really giving
beautiful.
people something soca and across the different genres as well, and
Something
just
different, man. Something
using
different.
it as a vehicle.
Yes,
So,
my brother. Yes, my brother. Yeah, I like that cap boy. We get that cap boy.
well, this is the Sounders. We have a trainee on the team here, that play for the MLS team, Sounders.
All right, good,
Yeah,
good.
trainee all over the place.
And you is what Trini descent or
No,
Vinci Lucian?
let me tell you, I went to intermediate. I played basketball in Besseau Street. I left when I was 17 and I joined the US Navy, got my education, continued being a DJ and all these different things. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh, you from home? You a home boy?
I from home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I should have known that. I could have heard the twang now, you know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's not all, hey, I feel like I want to jump on soca thing, you know what I mean? I learned to DJ in Trinidad, Indigo, and then, from the age of 14, so, and then I left when I was 17, and I come back maybe once or twice every 2 years.
So you have
So,
soca running through your veins, bro.
yes, yes. So, I'm really trying to make it, push soca because and stand behind it because everybody else stand behind their genre, right? But I feel like the people that are out here, especially promoters and DJs and stuff, we're easily swayed to go towards promoting what's gonna make quick money for you, right?
Yeah.
Not enough people doing it just for the culture. you know. So for me, this is how I give back to my country
He's
by
a man of my heart, boy. Do it for the culture, man. That is important, man. Important. But I have had a hand because I'm also a teacher, right? So I've had a hand in nearly every young artist you see that are popping right now.
wow,
Destra is my first student. Ola Tunji is my second student. I'm so proud of these guys. Ricardo Drew is my student. He have spent almost 5 years with us. Voice, I took Voice out of the studio and put him on a stage. Second star, Pretty, Irfan. The only one I've had my hand in right now is Nyla.
wow,
But all the rest from schooling, from talking, from curling. The last person I work with, year before is Little Vaughn from Grenada.
wow.
He
And
wrote Galona.
wow, I mean, and these all big young artists right now. You know, this was their year. This was, you know, this would have been the real bust for them, right? This year, you know,
Yeah.
I went down
Another
to
year.
I went down to Carnival this year, you know, and I was like, man, it's a real good vibes, you know, and then this thing coming up, right?
So you come to Carnival this year, you didn't come to my show.
Now I went up on a Maracas thing. I went to Marshall, you know, Punchy Wednesday thing. I didn't get to go any Black shoes. But next year I come in just for to see
Let
Blaxx.
me send you my number, bro. Right? I'm sending you my number as soon as this interview done.
All
And
right.
you want to have a good time, you roll with my team, right?
Yes.
We strictly all inclusive fets from top to bottom and then the road with humor. So don't mess up it. I'll be looking out for you as you come
Hey,
in, call me, right?
I
Well,
will yeah.
in fact, the number is one of the oldest numbers that have been traded among artists. So if
Wow.
you're coming any artist, hey, give me Blaxx number. You're gonna get that.
All right.
Don't
I'm
forget
holding
that.
nearby over there.
Of course, of course.
You know, one of my questions was gonna be, you know, how many of the artists that are in the top 40 that you have written for?
Right?
Yeah.
No, I don't write. I
You
don't
don't write.
write again.
Okay.
I stopped writing years ago. God has given us the gift. I realized that God has given some people the gift to perform and sing, and some people the gift of creating, writing. And
Yes.
I have had some really good writers through there. Cambon Regalt is one. James P is the other one. That is the man who sing, I'm looking for Nuki tonight. You know that tune?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I make too, yeah.
Yeah. James P. I have had writers, but the thing is, I instruct my writers on what I want to say. I'm a
Okay.
grown man. You ain't go get no gunman in your hole. Stick your
Right.
team, bend over, cock up, sit on it, bounce on it. I have
No,
3 girl children, bro. Right?
right.
So I lead my family by example. How I live, how I operate, what type of music I played for me. So I'm
Yeah.
a leader by example. So most of the writers, the way how the thing work in Trinidad is that a team will get together, build a rhythm, and they will sit down and write songs. And they will send songs for you. Look, we write this for you. Do you like it? We write this for Destra. We write this for Kess. We write this for Marshall. Nobody don't write for Bungie because he don't do it, right?
Right.
So every year you always have a bunch of young people that watch you, study you, watch your movements on stage, hear your lyrics, and they put together things and send that to you. Because everybody who do a rhythm, they would like the more popular artists on the rhythm in order for it to sell, right?
Right. Yes.
So every year I always have, last year I had 417 songs that were sent to me. Up to
Oh,
now, this year I have 95 songs that was sent to me. People just like a girl like Nadia, she actually does know what to write for you because she study you. She study the
wow.
lyric. Yeah, she study your persona, you know. and everybody comes correct with me because I the old school, I uncle,
Yeah.
right? So everybody comes correct to what I want to sing. I sings music that could be enjoyed by Muslim, Indians, Chinese, mommy, granny, daughter, son. I always try to keep my music on that level where everybody could enjoy it. You know what I mean? So the writers always know that about me. As I told you, I'm an older guy, one of the older guy in the industry. So they know me. They know I'm outspoken. They know
Yes.
I don't stick bullshit. They know that I come straight. So the people know me. So sometimes they send a song, it fall smack dead center, right,
Tell them,
correct.
you tell
Yeah.
them right out with that.
Well, they wouldn't send the bend over and the cock up and the split in the middle. They wouldn't send that because they know
Okay.
I'm going to give them a phone call after,
That
and
is
they will get a lecture.
this is gold, man. You know, I've learned so much in such a little short time about the way soca is, procured or procreated in Trinidad. People who go back and look at this, they're gonna learn a lot, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
a lot of writers we have, man. We have hundreds of young writers that comes to the fete and watch you and know what you want and so
Wow.
so correct. Yeah, yeah. And it
That's
happens to everybody because if a man write a song for me, when he send the song, the first thing he hears, "Man, your belly," he's
yes.
saying it. You know, he's saying it while he's putting down the demo.
The demo, yeah.
Yeah, and you'll find just what Kes would say. They write a song for Kes and add that. Just what Nadia would say. Just because everybody had a little tagline. You know what I mean?
Man,
Yeah.
that band your belly, you see all these things, it's just stuff that is bringing back home. Like I found myself, my family that are here, that I've created here, they're from here now. So, I tell them now during this COVID and when the economy is not doing well and stuff like that, I tell them, do you know what it means to ban your belly?
Yeah.
I say, well, you're gonna
Just
find out.
last week I was in an interview with Slam 101 and they wanted to know what Banya Belly means and just what you say there. My mom, when you hear things tight, you understand? Sometimes we
Right.
might get the callaloo and macaroni pie for a Sunday. And she will watch and say, fellas, this week wasn't a good week. So ban all your belly. So I just go on with it, you
And
know.
so you telling me people on the radio in Trinidad didn't know what it is, but this man out here in Seattle know what Barney Belly is? Shame on
Right.
them, man. Shame on them.
Shame on you. I thought you didn't know, but when you tell me that, I was real surprised. Yeah. But people actually feel it's actually really banning your belly with some.
Uh, it's prepare for hard times.
Yeah, prepare for hard times, man. Correct is right. Yes, man. Yes. I'm proud of you. I'm real proud of you. I'm proud of your cap too, but I'm proud of you more for banning your belly, right? So a lot of
So
the artists in Trinidad don't do writing. Some, if they do 5 songs, 6 songs, they might do write one. I used to write.
okay,
But these young people that have with all these innovative ideas and people who really wired onto social media and know exactly what will work.
going on.
Yeah, so I give them that opportunity. And right now I have 3 songs, bro. Oh my word.
So what I like to do, right, is I like to play whoever I interview, I like to play their songs on Spotify so that they get some streams one time while we having this conversation. You know what I mean?
Right, okay,
So
nice.
I'm going to play something on Spotify. So everybody, so maybe somebody who's dropping in that's from somewhere in the United States or across the world could hear it,
Yeah.
and feel a little vibes, right? So I'm on your Spotify here. Let me get See, earlier I was looking at the oldest. I was looking at Breathless. So let me. I can get them Breathless, and then I'll get them something new after that, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Breathless is a pretty old song.
It's 2008. So
Yeah.
2008.
In the world.
And right now we know we match up anyway. Jump it on the way, nothing can on the way. Like that we like it. And when we come again, we end up in the end. It's time to make it play. That's what you want.
Yes, yes, yes.
That song was written by Kerwin Dubois.
Yeah, see, that's another brilliant person I'd love to get on here as well.
Brother. When you say brilliant with Kerwin shine a bulb, that is brilliant above brilliancy.
Wow.
That fella is one of our best. Is one of our best. Kerwin is very, very good. Yeah.
Yes,
And
I
he wrote
was.
a couple of my songs well.
Wow. Wow. Man. This is gold, but I have to play my favorite though. This is my favorite from you right now.
Somebody gonna say, girl, tonight. Somebody gonna catch it for you. Somebody gonna catch it. Somebody gonna say, girl, tonight. Somebody gonna catch it for you. Catch it for you. You can watch it up if you want.
Love this song. And that is just simple advice to the young
Yes,
people.
yes, yes,
At
yes.
a time in Trinidad, just last year, we had a lot of domestic killings. One policeman killed his wife because she owned him. Next brother chop up his wife because she owned him. I just find, yo, guys,
Hold it.
understand you can't own a woman, man.
Right.
You know, you could own your shoes, you could own your car, your house, but you cannot own a woman.
No.
Slavery is over, right?
Right.
So understand if she make a choice to go that way, that is her choice. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes.
Mhm.
I like the part where you say, you know, she never told your stepfather that, right?
What a part you like, boy.
You know, that tells it all, you know. You here and look, you know, you have a stepfather, right? So you have to understand that, you know, that it doesn't swing the way you want it to. And
Yeah,
you
not
have
all
to
the
let it
time.
go.
Yeah, yeah, correct is right.
And you won't believe, you know, people when I reposting before, you know, the interviews and stuff, like I was reposting your music and your shows and stuff, and you know, people from all over will just say, "Man, I love that song," right? And you know, and it's you know, not anyone from the Caribbean either. You know, someone from somewhere else, and you know, the thing about this is it's organic. You know, it's not, you know,
Correct is right, bro.
it's people who are not even following Seattle Soca that will say something or like it, you know. So, you know,
When it reaches as far as love and hip hop, you know,
yeah, yeah,
it was featured in love and hip hop.
that's amazing. That's
Yeah,
a,
yeah.
you
And
see,
that is the bottom line of why I do music, to reach people. To reach people. I have a philosophy that one man could make a change. One man.
oh yes,
They can make a serious change. So I really don't bash people for the music they do. I have a part to play, and I try to play my part as respectable and as amicable and whatsoever words you could put inside there as ever, you know. I will still jump to all the different kinds of music, but when it comes to what I put out, it have to be of high quality.
The academia sense of, if it's one thing, when Trinidadians are very academically inclined, right? They are very serious people,
Yes.
And, don't matter what it is, don't matter what the taxonomy of it is, right? Don't matter if it's soca music or, biology or whatever, right?
Banking doesn't matter what. Yeah.
Banking doesn't
Yeah.
matter. When they're in the
Cricket doesn't matter what. Yeah. Yeah. We go hard. We go real, real hard.
we just go hard,
Yeah. Yeah.
And for you, it coming out to the music, and it's an honor to have you, right?
Thank
And
you,
to
man.
talk about, some of the things, like I said, how the music is created and the role that you're playing in soca music, So, man, I really appreciate it. Is there a
Um,
song? Is there a song
um,
that you want me to preview?
when we leave, right? When we interview done, I would like you to send via social media your email address so I can send you music as soon as it's done.
Okay.
All right? So
Yes.
you'll have all the new music.
Hell yeah.
All right?
And I'll play it on here too.
That's why I'm sending it, bro, so you can play it.
So I could say Chupul. Chupul. You know Chupul?
But I know them things. Oh,
That means whoever didn't get it before me, I don't care. Chupul.
oh yeah. Mommy used to say that. Yeah, chupul. Yeah. Like Patwa again, boy.
Patwa again.
Yeah, boy. Creole. Yeah.
So tell them, when they hear Seattle soca, it's still a real Trini out here from the ground up.
Right.
Spreading
I
the word.
appreciate that, man. That is real nice. I didn't know it was a Trini.
Yes. Trini. So
Yeah, coming home to vote?
I know. You catch me there?
I know.
I don't know if you want to get put. We still have 15 minutes, So if there's something that you want to see, as far as the way that how we could get the government to get more of the youths involved in the culture.
Boy, that is an issue I have been trying to deal with for quite a while, being as I'm influential that much and of my age and seniority. But we have some serious social issues in Trinidad when it comes to the youth.
Yes.
Maybe you have seen a little standoff with the police and the men of the urban city or the men of the ghetto.
Yes.
What our country have to realize, a lot of people, I mean, all of us black out our phone for what's happening in America.
Right.
Basically, the same thing is happening in Trinidad with the ghetto youth. And then you watch the ghetto youths are being, when a police stop you, where you from? I from over. His hands automatically goes on his gun. I noticed.
Wow.
And then from then he tell him I from over here. Come out the car. If you're telling me from around where's or somewhere else, how are you, sir? Could I see your answer? So
wow.
It's a serious issue. I have a daughter right now, 19. She's studying so hard that I wake up 1 o'clock in the morning, spend a half an hour to keep up. Then I might get up 2:30, spend a half an hour to keep up because I believe in being educated. But when she goes through all this, where does she get a job?
Right.
Sometimes she are overqualified, So we as a government, as Trinidad and Tobago, we have to find ways of getting our young people, as I was telling a political man the other, that we have to we have to inform the youth. There's some things in place, but we need more. And
Yeah.
what we do have in place, people are not informed. Young people are not informed.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
Now, the easiest way to inform young people is through music. So just
Right.
as you're campaigning all now, when you win election, continue campaigning for the young ones. Let them know what you have available, what is accessible, what
Right.
is, what is there for them so they could reach out. Invite, do concerts where invite young people and do workshops in the back. At the concert, you should have a lot of booths showing people, young people, what they have, what is there, what is available, how to
Yeah.
access it.
I think,
But we
telling
working,
them
we
how
are
to.
young country, We are young country, and so we
Yeah.
working. We working and I must compliment all the artists that have a hand, Fian, Bungie, Jaiga, Shal, myself, Swapi, all of us, we are just we working around the clock to make this thing better.
That's amazing. So a lot of it is policy as well, right? Like one thing that I feel like, maybe people, the politicians don't know or they fail to put in place is something similar to the United States, right? In America, if you are an American citizen, no matter where you go in the world, right? If you go on there based on your education and your skills and you're making money, there's a capital tax that you have to pay for just being an American.
You see
So
it?
yes, so they get so much money back, right? Even though someone might go to Germany or whatever, if they're still American citizen, they tracking how much euros they making and taking back money from it and putting it back into the system, right? I feel like, there's a lot of things that have to change in that area where people might be, skirting taxes and these things, and that kind of hurts, the development in those areas. Because if you decide, well, we're going to make sure that a certain amount of Trinidadians could provide engineering skills and writing music or providing organizing music for big orchestras, all these
What
different
what
things,
what 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 whatsoever skill.
whatsoever skill, and then we outsourcing that skill, keeping proper track of it, and taking back some of that money and putting it back into the system, that will change a lot of things. But I don't feel like a lot of the Trinidad, the politicians have that experience going outside of the borders and seeing how systems work. You know what I mean? In that, in an intricate way now. I feel like they need to spend some time in
I
first
used to
world
say the
systems.
same thing. So when I
Yeah,
watch my street signs, and I tell you I have full 13 passport, right?
yeah,
When I watch my street signs, branch cover in it, but when I go out in America, I always ask myself, my politicians don't travel and see how the street signs are being done.
right.
All these stoplights have all these second countings, and we have so much thing to do in Trinidad.
Oh man, yeah,
We are a young country,
yeah,
when we draw an example with America, America is over 200 and how much years of independence? We are just 50 some years, 56,
right.
50 some years. Yeah. But we get in there.
But we have the money though. Trinidad has the money to do some of these things. Trinidad
Oh,
has money, right?
oh yes. But I want them give me it. I go do the things, man. 'Cause I was offered constituency to run for in the general election. Because
Right,
people know of my passion and my love for my country and my patriotism. People know of that. But boy,
right.
I'm not a politician, so I'm not going to full no spot where somebody else could have,
Exactly, exactly,
do a
exactly.
better job than me. Yeah. So I have already made the announcement that any contribution I have to make towards my country will be in music. Can't be
Right.
a politician.
And that's a great, and that's a great thing. And you're doing great at it. You know, and we'll navigate and, like we say, stay in your lane.
I really enjoyed this little interview. I
Yes,
really
sir.
enjoyed. Come, son. Come on. This is my big boy, my big son.
Yes,
He
sir.
watching
How's it
me the whole evening. I know when he got done watch that week.
going?
So I really, really enjoyed this interview. I appreciate it.
Yes, yes.
Guys. And I will follow you guys and know exactly what's going on. And I hope you guys follow me on my IG. I had
Of
a
course.
big $1 million IG with a lot of followers, but we change it. I get rid
Change.
of it.
Okay, okay.
I do a whole new IG. It is called I Am Blaxx, right?
Okay.
So you just log on and you will get music and you will get everything. You'll have an idea of what's going on with me.
Very good. And on YouTube, what is it on YouTube?
I Am Blaxx. Every way you touch is I Am
It's
Blaxx.
I Am Blaxx.
Yeah.
Great, great, great. Well, I'll continue to spread your music, and we'll do this again hopefully, and hopefully next year, and then hopefully we will meet up next year in Trinidad for Carnival.
All right, Redman from the go.
All right. Big up
All
yourself.
right, brother. Respect, man. Thanks
All
very
right.
much. Yeah.
Respect. Yeah, there you have it. We have Blaxx live. You know, great interview. Next, we're gonna have Rochelle Ches, a big artist from Trinidad, great singer, beautiful singer. She's gonna be on next. So yeah, man, tune in again. Seattle Soca live every Friday. We do interviews, so make sure and follow at Seattle Soca. We're gonna try to make the thing bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Promote the music, promote the soca music. Make it so that you could see these interviews with good artists that are doing great things in Trinidad and throughout the Caribbean. So, no matter if you're from Barbados, wherever, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, link up and let's talk some soca music and continue to, keep flying the soca. All right. So, in a few, I'll be right back. Rochelle Chets.